Salt & Sweat here, again coming to you from Chania, Greece, on the island of Crete. And in this video, we're going to be exploring Cretan food, the food of the island of Crete. And we're going to start actually with the place directly behind me here. This is the Chania market. So while it is a market and they have a bunch of stuff they're selling, it also apparently has some pretty good food inside. So let's go. Oh, that's so good. That lamb, so tender. And the greens as well that come with it. It's packed full of flavor. I am immensely enjoying this already early in the morning. So you can just watch how soft this is. I'm gonna take it up on the bone and comes in this nice kind of greenish broth here, which I can only assume is from boiling all these delicious greens along with the lamb. I want to move over to this beef dish. Oh yeah, this beef dish is the exact same. It just kind of falls apart as you go to pick it up. You get this nice red sauce. Looks like we got some onions in here. This beef's so tender, I don't even need the knife. I can just press my fork into it and it falls right apart. It's gotta be more of like a tomato base to this broth. And of course the whole thing comes with some bread. I can't go anywhere in Greece without eating souvlaki. So when this place was recommended to me, I jumped at the chance. A tiny place, but the souvlaki packed full of flavor. I got a combination of beef and lamb souvlaki. Like all souvlaki, it came with sliced tomatoes, onions, fried potatoes, and a generous helping of tzatziki. And this one came with some spices sprinkled on top. This was some of the juiciest souvlaki I had in my entire trip. I mean, this lamb and beef mixture was fantastic. It was like I was meshing together Greek food with the lamb with my fatty American home with the beef. And the pita was hands down the fluffiest out of all the souvlaki I tried. And believe me, I had plenty on this trip. If you ever visit Greece, souvlaki isn't a suggestion, it is a must. In my opinion, souvlaki is the best Greek food, hands down. Now, if you're in Chania, you will naturally want to check out the Old Town. It is a real, visually stunning place with narrow alleyway streets filled with stores and restaurants, where you can find some amazing Cretan food. Now, did you know, after World War II, the Cretan Greeks were found to be the healthiest out of all the German-occupied territories? This is because while most of their food was controlled by the Germans, the Cretans were able to still get many of their needed nutrients from wild greens that grow on the island of Crete. You can try these wild greens. They're usually pan-cooked and then covered in olive oil. It even comes with a lemon if you want to add a little bit more zest for flavor. While my preference may be more meat-focused, I will say I'll take these Cretan wild greens over a salad any day. Now I'll admit, I wasn't necessarily looking forward to all the Cretan food I was gonna try. Snails. That's right, snails. I had a lot of trepidation about trying snails, but I know that it was a traditional Cretan food and something I'd never tried before, so I figured what the heck, why not? The snails are boiled and then cooked in a garlic and rosemary. They also come with a tomato and garlicky dipping sauce. After some hesitation, I finally decided to try them. And you know what? They were actually quite good. The snails themselves didn't have much of a strong flavor to them. I was really tasting the garlic and rosemary. I was expecting the texture to be like slimy, but not the case at all. They just had a slightly chewy texture and were actually pretty meaty. I mean, at the end of the day, are snails really any different from something like a mussel or a clam? Something that looks wet and snotty, but then you cook it up and it becomes a delicacy. Another place in the Old Town, located on the side street of a side street, was a tiny place with a tiny kitchen and came heavily recommended to me. However, it was really popular. I got there one day right when they opened, only to be told they were completely booked for the whole day. Determined though, I went back the following day and was able to get in, though I was told the menu would be limited because they were mostly sold out. Limited menu or not, this was one of my favorite meals the entire trip. Started off with Cretan salad. Similar to a regular Greek salad, it is a mix of tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, onions, and olives, but comes with barley rusks and then topped with a Cretan cheese, mizithra. The veggies, like most Greek salads, were fresh and crisp, but the mizithra is the real star. It's amazing. Unlike salty feta, mizithra is soft, creamy, and milky. It quickly became my favorite Greek cheese. The entree was lamb in red sauce. This tomatoey and red wine sauce was perfect with the soft, delicious lamb and fried potatoes. I don't know what it is about Greek lamb, but it is easily the best lamb I've ever had. Is it the grass the sheep eat, or are the Greeks just superior in every way when it comes to cooking lamb? The lamb was tender and practically fell off the bone. The sauce was sweet and sticky, but it is so good, you just never want to stop eating it. Just make sure you have plenty of those napkins nearby. At the end of my meal, I got some complimentary desserts. First, I had lukomi, which are gummies covered in powdered sugar. Think of like a Turkish delight. I mean, what else is there to say? They are a sweet treat. My other dessert, on the other hand, well, I wouldn't describe that as sweet. Raki, a traditional Cretan liquor, and it is quite strong. The philosophy of drinking this after your meal is it's supposed to be a palate cleanser. But when it comes free in a flute which holds up to 4 shots, I think it's more to get you drunk. Now I get it. If you're coming to Chania, you want to eat down at the old Venetian harbor. See the lighthouse, sit out on a patio overlooking the water. Maybe meet a friendly stray dog.
Hey, my boy. How are you? How are you? Hi. Bye-bye.
But counterpoint, don't. The old Venetian harbor is cool, but it is elbow to elbow full of tourists, and the food really isn't worth the price you're going to pay for it. Instead, take a 10-minute walk from the old harbor and go to MARIDAKI, one of the best fish restaurants in Chania. First, I recommend this place because you can get a giant glass of local craft beer. This one was a crisp lager from Karma Brewery. But let's talk about food. Graviera cheese is the second most popular cheese in all of Greece, behind feta, of course. I personally enjoyed it with some bread and then doused it in some olive oil. Graviera made in Crete is made from goat's milk, has a slightly sweet and slightly burnt caramel flavor. Great thing about maridaki is they use a charcoal grill to cook all their fish. I chose Greece's most popular fish, sea bream. It's a clean tasting fish with a meaty texture. The charcoal is really what sends the sea bream over the edge, enhancing its flavor and giving it some smokiness. Oh, and at the end of my meal, I was given more free raki. Yay! So thanks for watching this video. That is it for this one. That is just a small piece of Cretan food here in Chania on the island of Crete. If you liked the video, make sure you give it a like, leave a comment, share it, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.